We're gonna talk about the Andrew Huang AI art drama. I would definitely file it under I don't really care, but it's just it's pretty interesting, man. How's my eye? Mine's good. What's wrong with my eye? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's wrong? What do you mean? How's my eye? Was there something wrong with my eye? Okay, so a little while ago, Andrew Huang released a video called "Getting Musical Inspiration from a Deck of Cards." And in this video, he's promoting a new product. I'm not going to call it a grift. I'm not going to call it a grift because you know what? I'm actually on Andrew's side for this, believe it or not. I know I'm like classified as Andrew Huang hater by many people. And that's not true. I am not a hater. He does promote his book a lot. I'm not really super into that, but hey, like get the bag, man. You got to get the bag. He's really getting the bag here in this one. The original video was 2 weeks ago. It was getting musical inspiration from a deck of cards.
Hey, it's Andrew Huang, and I want to show you the Book of Chances.
So he released this set of cards. How much does it cost? $33. Okay, that's kind of a lot for a set of cards. Each one has a chord on it, as well as a note and a rhythm. And you can also use it as cards too. $33 though, that's a shitload for cards. Essentially this deck of cards is meant to like give you some inspiration or like help you write music in a new fun way. You know, if you're not having fun, not using cards, try using cards. Maybe you'll have more fun. It's like a derivative / inspiration of Brian Eno's thing. It has like a little bit of art on it, but basically people were upset because it looked like AI generated art and it absolutely, I mean, you could tell without. So he got some backlash for this. As you can tell by the like dislike ratio here, the like extension, it's not 100% accurate, so it's hard to say how accurate these numbers are here. That's always worth mentioning. But
this has been in the works for a few years with an artist.
Bro. Okay, first of all, if this has been in the work for a few years and he used AI art, yeah, ripped off, man. Like, I don't know how much money he paid the guy who designed these, but if it took a few years and it was still utilizing AI art, like, I think you got worked over here, man. Sounds like he cut a lot of corners. Bro, people really hate AI art. Like, goddamn, they really hate AI art. Okay, so like if we're ranking how pissed off people get it in YouTube drama, like top of the list, worst you can be is like a pedophile. And then like right below that is AI art. And then probably B tier would be like murder or something. Like murdering somebody is not as bad as using AI art.
A deck of cards that gives you a bunch of different phrases that are meant to inspire you as you're working. Kind of when you need to change perspective.
I don't know, man. Unless I like smoke a shitload of weed or something or like take some acid. I don't know if like this sentence here or any sentence is really going to change my perspective on music. You got to want to buy into it for it to work. True. I wish I bought this deck of cards, man. God damn it, dude. I fucked up. They're sold out already. You get the idea. There's like a rhythmic component to it. There's notes on it. There's chord degrees. It would be great to make a parody of this. Just make it shitty on purpose. Like instead of make the most beautiful choice, let's like make a choice. So yeah, you can, you know, it's supposed to be like a way to get inspired or to get an idea. You can use it to write melodies too, blah, 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 scales. Then he writes a final song here. And I think the biggest crime of all is not even the AI art. The biggest crime of all is this goddamn song.
Claw raising the roll dice, I'm breaking the goal, rearranging the goalposts, changing the old folks' minds. This shit is taking a toll, but the music's always saving my soul. I've got an ace in the hole, I've got a trick up my sleeve. That is at any moment's notice I can pick up and leave. I'm only in this for me, I only live for my queen. And a prince and a princess, we dream for 15. I break the sound barrier, own the whole area. If you're fly, I'm an aircraft carrier.
If you're fly, I'm an aircraft carrier. Holy shit. Fucking bars, dude. Fucking bars. What the fuck?
Bottom feeders all scattered to the ether. Straight off the lander from Saturn. Like turn gray matter to dark matter. Your vision blurred. Your brain battered and frayed tatters of stringy nerves. Like paint
it just, it's like MGK core, you know what I mean? He's getting out of the hood with this one. He's getting out of the aircraft carrier with this one. This is what should have been the drama here. This part of the video, for some reason, nobody had a problem with this. Let's look at these comments first, though. There's just a lot of pissed off people here. It's funny how to some of us, like the aircraft carrier bar was really cringe. But the other people, they're like, bro, yo, if you're fly, I'm an aircraft carrier. That's the hardest bar I ever heard in my life. It's crazy how the same people can take the same lyric and take it completely different directions. Because to me, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. But to some other people, they're like, bro, that's fucking, how'd you think of that? What, the aircraft carrier, the carrier of the aircraft carrier? What the fuck? Did you use AI art in this card deck? You said you partnered with an artist, but the art looks a lot like AI. I definitely want to see some of Scott's process. Looking at Scott's work, something isn't adding up, stuff like that. But please, is that an AI art on all those cards? And he's like, oh, we're going to address it. We're going to make a video, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now we got the AI art situation. Hey, Andrew Huang here.
I recently launched a product that got an immediate and very large backlash. People thought
So just everyone knows that I'm not just like instigating here. This is confirmed by him.
the art was actually made by an artist I hired, but he did choose to use some AI elements.
I'm going to point out the facts here. This 100% all looks like AI art.
A lot of you raised very valid concerns about how AI is threatening artists' jobs. Some of you said that you feel AI art is in opposition to human creativity. It's too easy. It's making us lazy. It doesn't have the same soul as human-made.
That is true, though. Like, imagine how much cooler it would have been if you got them hand-drawn. Like, if the art was hand-drawn, and it would just have a lot more character to it, Like, when you see this stuff here, it doesn't really inspire creativity in any way, you know what I mean? It's just like some generic 3D slop.
I also want to be transparent about how the product came together. I'll show you how the art was made.
It's like Mid-Journey. It's like, all right, type in eyeball in space. Type that in for the prompt.
But the most important thing I'd like to say is that I understand that it's a worrying time for artists, and I'm sorry for not being more sensitive about these issues until now. I think I've been in a bit of a bubble with a lot of friends who are artists and are okay with AI, or who even have embraced AI. But of course,
I feel like people have stopped giving as much of a shit, at least the general public has stopped giving as much of a shit about visual AI art. It's more focused on music lately.
I'm aware that not everybody's on board with it, and I'm hearing you, and I will entirely stop using any AI art in my work until
I decided, guys, I'm going to stop using a computer even. Did he do it like that because he knew it'd get controversy, that he can make a follow-up video intentionally? Maybe. I don't know. That seems a little 4D chess. It did sell out, though. This video did get more attention than the original video, and it did sell out.
Aside from the normal playing card stuff, you've got an inspirational phrase, obviously the artwork.
Oh, that's such a lazy inspirational phrase, man. Zoom out. Or invoice paid. That's my favorite one. Put invoice paid.
So when I decided to bring this project to life, I found this artist named Scott, who I hired because some of his pieces had this really surreal style that I liked. And this was in 2021, so it was before the AI art phenomenon took over. We didn't have any of the tools like we have today for just generating this stuff from a text prompt.
When did that start? Wait, hold on. I feel like it was shortly after that, maybe 2022, right?
So Scott started working on these cards and sending me a lot of cool looking art, and I knew that his process involved incorporating different third-party images that he would Photoshop and manipulate in different ways. So I confirmed with him that we'd be legally allowed to use any of these assets in a commercial project.
I love how he's just throwing this guy under the bus. The AI art thing, I don't really care. I don't really see how people give a shit. And they probably just care because I'm guessing the people who got upset are the people who make visual art, and they feel like this is their chance to voice their concern about it because they, maybe they watch Andrew and they're just like, hey, that's fucked up, man. You're the reason why I don't have a job.
Confirmed with him that we'd be legally allowed to use any of these assets in a commercial.
They use Mid-Journey, and according to their website, you do own the image if you are a paid subscriber.
Commercial product, and he assured me that would be the case. He only used royalty-free stock images. During the process of working on these cards, AI art exploded in popularity. At one point, I did ask Scott if he had started using AI on the cards, and what he described to me sounded pretty minimal, so I just left it at that, and I was willing to believe that he was still doing all this work on the cards because for months already, before any of the AI tools existed, he had been sending me stuff in this same style. Of course, this became a problem when the Book of Chances came out because the cards struck a lot of people as being fully AI generated. And that's fair. The style that they use is, now associated with AI in a lot of ways. There's high detail, but also a certain softness.
I think this is bullshit, dude. I don't think Andrew Huang is lying. I think his artist is lying, in my opinion. In my opinion, like if I'm going strictly off opinion here, I think he used a lot of AI. Like this doesn't look a little bit AI generated. Like I said, I don't give a shit, but I'm just calling out what appears to not be truth to me. Explain to me how this is not AI generated. This one right here, this spaceman here. How does that not look AI generated? Tell me the story. How was this one made right here? I don't know if Andrew Huang is just believing what the artist is saying. I don't know. I think the artist is full of shit, if I had to guess.
to the lines. A lot of the images are kind of surreal or unrealistic. So people were upset about this, and I wasn't able to tell anyone very much about the art because I just didn't know. So I went back to Scott and, I got him to go through a lot of the cards with me. He showed me what was AI and what was just stock imagery, and he made it very clear that there was nothing that was fully AI, and there was a lot of art that was not AI at all. But of course, we can only take his word for it. I did ask him to send me a screen recording of his process so that we could understand how a lot of things that...
Bro, the first thing I saw was something from fucking... from Midjourney bot.
Recording of his process so that we could understand how a lot of
he brings it in here.
Things that we might interpret as
Crops out the kid. Okay.
AI generated.
Use another thing, which is stock.
Interpret as AI generated could be created by a person.
Like, I would say this is definitely more than just elements, you know?
Manipulating stock images and creating these...
Yeah, it still looks the same, you know?
Surreal collages. This is a long video, so I won't show you the whole thing, but for full transparency, I will upload it as an unlisted video and link it in the video description.
So it's like stock images and AI art spliced together, basically.
I'll just let you know that in this example, Scott generates 3 things with AI to...
I'm not saying it's not, but people used to make art like this in the 90s. I don't see it was obviously AI about it. It's like the surreal factor, plus like how clean it is. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. I just feel like that whole style has gotten kind of ruined because of it.
To the piece, but I think it's also clear that he is putting a lot of work into this. He's exercising a lot of skill and creativity. And I also don't know that many people could reliably guess what was or wasn't AI in this image.
The thing is, though, this one looks different than the other ones, dude. This one actually looks like there was more creativity put into it. I kind of, I'm calling cap on this artist here. I feel like this artist did cut a bunch of corners, and in this demonstration here, he's doing a lot more than he did in the card. This is a dumb fucking drama, but we're gonna apply logic here. This looks like he did a lot more than the other shit. Like, this looks much more AI generated. This hourglass here. I don't have a personal hard stance on it. Don't care. But on the internet, using AI art is like just one step below being a pedophile. So people are pissed off about this. And that's what's interesting about this.
Let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe this demonstrates that a lot of the art people reacted to could have been made by a person rather than AI.
Yeah, this one looks like he did a lot more, man.
And I actually had someone comment that they had a terrible experience of being accused of generating AI art when they had made it.
Bro received death threats over using AI art. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Bro, they doxed my family. They killed my cat, man. I used AI art and I told people online and they killed my fucking cat.
Of course, none of this changes the fact that the Book of Chances does contain things that were generated with AI, and depending on how much trust you're willing to give Scott, maybe you think it contains a lot of AI. Would just like to remind you that I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who wanted to make a deck of cards. Issue number 1, AI is killing creativity, and I'm someone who's been a big supporter.
Okay, I think do you really? Okay. I think you just want to make another book.
Going forward in this video, there will be a little recurring theme, which is that 2 contradictory things will be true at the same time. I do believe that AI is killing creativity. I also believe that AI is fostering creativity. I'm a person who deeply believes in the importance...
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I do think you can be creative when it comes to utilizing AI. Like, for instance, like using it to generate source material.
Ridiculous synthesizer over...
Yes, we've seen it, Andrew. Jesus Christ. I know as soon as he finished the video, he took a big size of fuck these bitches. Okay, I think I've just lost interest in this at this point. Let's get to the outro. I hope at the end he's like, anyways, guys, buy my book. Buy my cards. Buy my book of cards.
I'm not shutting down the orders because I believe it will be a bigger positive to donate the remaining money than to just cancel everything in the name of not printing some art that incorporated some...
Who would you even donate that to? Where would be the appropriate place to donate it? People Against AI Art Society? I don't know.
So I will not be profiting from these sales. I'm going to give all the money to Sketch, which is an organization here in Toronto that provides arts programming and meals for marginalized young people.
Hourglass and Surreal Mountains. Okay, so you're saying that it like recreated that. Oh, I see. I don't know, man. Wait, hold on. Where's that? It looks like that could be done mostly with AI art if you wanted it to. Okay, compare that to this, though. Not the exact thing, but yeah. I don't know.
For the next batch of cards, the art will be completely redone, and of course, AI will not be involved. I hope there's one other small positive that can come out of this, which is if we could have a respectful discussion in the comments. I think we all could learn a bit from each other and understand things better. I probably won't have time to respond to everybody, but I am reading the comments. I am listening to you. I'm open to having my mind changed on things. Thanks for watching.
All right, so this is the Andrew Huang AI art situation. Wow. Extremely serious drama here, man. Really serious stuff.